Hello YouTube and the entire World Wide Web. This is the Checkitdude on Checkitube on YouTube with episode 3 of our Riven series. We left off completely baffled, still in exploratory mode, nowhere near figuring out anything yet. All that we know so far to this point is we have to rescue Catherine. We have to put this other guy in prison. I didn't catch his name, but I recognize it when we read. And when we're done with all that, we have to figure out how to signal the book writer for Mist, so he can come and pull us out, because we have no way to return. So we don't even know how to signal him. We have to figure it all out. As you know, when we first arrived in this world, we had 2 books that the creator gave us. One was a mislinking book that really only looked like a mislinking book. It was actually a one-man prison. That book got taken from us the moment we landed. But the guy that took it, he really whacked it hard with something. I don't know if he knew it was a prison and he destroyed it, or if he was just doing something, I don't know. But we still have the other little booklet that was given to us by the creator. And he said if we read it, it would be everything we need to know. We haven't read it yet. I couldn't find it. I was looking up in the file menu up there, and finally I just happened to see it by accident right down here in the black bar. It's there. All you have to do is click on it. So I think it's time we read, because or maybe we should finish exploring first. I would like to finish exploring first, but let's breeze through this. Oops, come back. Hey. Alright, here we go. Why does it keep going 2 pages? Alright, 1 click. I see why. It opens up automatically. My first click goes to the 2nd page. Pretty sneaky there, Riven. Right? Alright. Stop it. 87.6.10, I'm guessing that's a date. They held for more than 30 years, but the corrections I made to Riven have finally failed. The island has resumed the familiar pattern of decay that is the hallmark of my father's work. I must now race to implement this new patch before it's too late. I hope that my revised theories are sound. Familiar patterns of decay, huh? Could be the fire under the ground that we saw. New patch, the whole water thing, maybe. The next date, the next log, the revisions to Riven completed. There are still a number of minor adjustments which need to be made, but the basic corrections have been entered and should be working. Something's not right. I've been monitoring the instruments for several hours now, but have thus far observed no change. It's possible that my computer screen's all wrecked right there. I've made an error. Though I've checked my empty entry. Sorry folks, I can't read that. I have a little marks on my computer screen. Against my pre-notation, and can find no discrepancy. I've not had a rest in nearly 3 days, so it may be that I've just not seen it. If the fault is with my foundational assumptions, however, perhaps after a short rest I will see something. Don't turn 2 pages. 1. Why? Grah! Stop it. That's frustrating. Perhaps after a short rest I shall see something. I'm going to click this as quick as I possibly can. We're going to screenshot it and we'll read it later. Okay, I got a screenshot. Something Riven as soon as possible. The problem is now, again, that's the name that we have to put in prison in the book prison. I'll never be able to rescue Catherine and relocate the Islanders if he is still the man he once was. I haven't seen him in over 30 years, but his history forces me to assume that he is still a threat. His myopic mission, whatever that is, to restore the civilization has left too many innocent cultures dying in its wake. And would continue to do so were he to once again be free of the confines of Riven, or the Fifth Age, as he coldly titled it. I see. This guy must be kept here. Gen, I think. G-E-H-N, Gen. The universe has been safe from his corruptive influence for the last 33 years, but no one has been able to leave that age. The last linking book out of the Riven has been lost in the star fissure upon my return to Mist. Oh, that was the one I found in the beginning of Mist, huh? Yeah, because he fell through the fissurous pit, right, in Mist. And who found that book, baby? Yeah, it was us, the Checkitdude people. That was my intention, to maroon my father on Riven by removing... Wow, which one of the sons wrote this? Or was it the creator that wrote it about his father? Because he said it was a gift given to him by his grandfather, maybe? That was my intention, to maroon my father on Riven by removing all the exiting links to other worlds. And since the art of constructing books had long been lost within the fall of the Deny, that's that race of people or whatever, that civilization, he would be trapped there for the remainder of his lifetime and effectively segregated from the countless other worlds that he would have invaded. Wow. This is one of the sons talking about the father, or is this the father talking about like the grandfather? Could be that the guy we're dealing with now is the bad guy. Ooh, who wrote this book? 2 pages again. Ah! Why? Well, I can't do a screenshot. It would replace the other one. So we're going to have to skip that page. Unfortunately, due to the fact that my father was then in the habit of confiscating my discoveries, I was forced to leave it behind. Years later, however, as part of my efforts to protect the vulnerable worlds linked to the books in my library, I was pleased to find that I could still recall most of the formula, and with little experimentation quickly succeeded in creating one of these devices myself. Leave what behind? I think he's talking about the book, but this is like 3 pages later. The procedure is actually quite simple. By altering key lines of text but slightly, a normal linking book's connection can be partially severed, such that anyone who attempts to use the book will be permanently trapped in the dark void of the link. That is, unless someone else then uses the book, at which point the person would become trapped and the first person displaced back into the world. Well, we saw that happen already. The technique can be applied to books that have already been written. The changes to the original text being so slight that anyone who is unfamiliar with the code will be unable to detect them. If needed, my father has not changed. If indeed my father has not changed, What better bait could there be than a book that appeared to be a link back here to the deny? 2 pages again. Economy of worlds have yielded, but it is a dismaying process. The complexity of the problem is overwhelming. There is no end to this. The last few days have all but convinced me that the collapse of Riven is inevitable, and that, at best, I can only strive to delay it now, in hope that at some point the island will become stable enough to risk a rescue attempt. New day. I think I've come up with a way to subdue the tremors. Tremors? Where am I? Yeah, let's get out of here. It will require my exclusive attention for at least a month or 2, so it may be necessary to discontinue these journal entries for a while. Next date: 87, start date, Captain Kirk, 87-7713. Sounds like a state statue. Something truly miraculous has happened, beyond all conceivable probability. Someone has finally found my lost mislinking book and has freed me from this prison. I found it. I immediately realized that this could be the solution to my dilemma, and I believe my mysterious benefactor is willing to assist me. I'm still not sure it can work. The logistics of such a scheme are formidable, but the mere fact that it may not be possible for me to continue my repairs to Riven, and yet, but how, or even if this fact could be exploited, I cannot say. Sending someone to Riven also means that once I received the signal that they were ready to return. So this is the father writing the book, and I guess I'm supposed to probably show this to Catherine when I get there. I would have to leave my writing in order to take a real linking book there myself. However, provided my father was safely out of the way, this should take very little time. After that, assuming the island does not incur much damage in my absence, it should then be a relatively simple matter to hold it together, long enough for Catherine to return to Riven and evacuate the remaining islanders. Predetermining a signal without knowing the topography of the island may prove to be impossible, but I'm afraid there can only be one answer to the question of whether or not I should send my friend to Riven with a way out. The potential for failure will be greatly diminished if the prison book is all that is taken there. I'm sure my father is expecting me to bring a linking book to Riven. May he not be disappointed. Anyway, I'm going to have to look later. I'll Google around. I'll play with my Google, right? And I'll find out if this is like part of the book. One of the secrets of Riven is you can't read this whole book yet. You know, maybe after you solve some sort of issue, then you could read all the pages. So, let's finish our exploration, if we can finish. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Now, have we been over there yet? Yeah, I know we were there, right? I know we went up that ladder, but have we been up that ladder, right? We can't get to it. All right, we can't even get to it, so let's not worry about it. One thing I was thinking, right? We lowered this thing down to here. Remember? We were up there and this thing come down to here. And there were these tracks under the water that the thing travels on. And I was wondering if we can get in that thing and hit the lever and get in quick enough to get down there. Let's say no for now, and maybe try that later. I believe this village area from this point is a dead end. Let's see, we got up that high to this level, and I wonder if we can get up and over that mountain. It wouldn't be much more, But when we were up there, we saw nothing to indicate that we would. I'm pretty sure we took all the little paths and ladders that we could. And from here, at this point, it's just time to go back because it's a dead end. Alright, remember, we came out of here, right? Remember the lava underneath there? And let me turn around 180 degrees here. And we turned right and went down there. But this time, let's go left. Left. Let's see what's up here. Oh, come right back out here. So that's a little circle, right? We went in there, went through some stuff, and came back out here. Alright. Alright, we're starting to learn the lay of the land here. They sure cut a lot of trees up here. And going down, and we came from there. But this time we're going to go all the way down to the water. Goodness gracious. What in tarnation is that? There he goes. A swimming bird. Swimming bird. Doo-doo. We can look left. And we can look right. We cannot go out in the water. Little trees. Little mental notes here. We'll go up over this rock. Cannot go up over that rock. Try it from here. No, I'm clicking. This is as far as you can go. So, let's go this way. Out here. Yeah, look this way. Click. Cannot go that way. Click. Get up over that rock. This is another dead end. Alright. Well, let's go back up. And go back whence the way we came. Isn't there a song about that? It sounds like a corny love song or something. And this looks like something, man. I'm telling you, it just doesn't look like a rock. And remember this thing. K-I. K-I. Wonder if it opens a door or something. It's been a long time since I used Roman numerals. Do you recall, is there a K in Roman numerals? What's over here? There's that thing again I said. It's got to be something. Turn. Cannot look left. The only thing here is right here. And hang on a second. These earphones are so loud. There we go. Let's climb aboard, sailor. Get in your seat. Saddle up. Buckle up, buckaroo. Forward. March. Whee! Woohoo! This is awesome. This is better than like the Six Flags. Yeah, I like that. Let's do again. Do again. Ladies and gentlemen, that we have landed. We definitely have landed. And let's send it back. Bye-bye. Oh. Okay. Never mind. You could stay if you want. Alright. This was all dead-end stuff before. Remember, we looked around. We couldn't get down through there. We tried. We can go over there and look, but that's it. Nothing to see but ocean. Thank God that opens for us. Holy cow. Oh, a message waits for us. What's this? Who was that? Gent? I think we could take him. I think we could take him. Was he in here looking through that little glass? Let's go kick his butt. We were just in there. That's the sight glass looking in there. And we were out there too. Okay. Oh, let me out. With your creepy ass place. Alright, we gotta go explore over there now. We already went down here. There's a cell and it's a dead end. We came from there, that's where we started. And here we are. Back on this island, we can go down here, which is where we started in that little prison when we came to Riven. Or we can go down here. That's a dead end. There's a little jail cell. I want to go down here just for ha-has, just to see if that dead guy is still off the edge of the cliff. And then we'll come back and we'll go in this door. And that's the only new way to go right now. He's gone. He is gone. See, I'm not sure. I'm not certain he was dead. He may have been drugged. Take a quick look. I know probably it's going to be nothing. This isn't a very... I mean, the chain's sturdy, but if it was real life, couldn't you get in here if you wanted? You know, I'm thinking climb over, climb under, climb under. That's it right there. There we go. And you come up here. That's the only thing here is this thing. Right? Am I right? It's the only thing. Any lefts or rights? No. All right. It's pretty simple. Let's get in here and... Ah, a peeky hole. Ah, spying on the neighbors. A little peeping Tom action. Okay, pretty fancy looking room. That looks kind of familiar. Let's, there's nothing we could do in here. Just peeky hole. The last way to check is right here. And this is the same room, obviously. Peeky hole, I don't know what, but where the peeky hole actually is. But I would say that these pillars aren't really pillars. I would say we were just standing inside one of those and looking across the room. This door you can't open. Clicking it, nothing happens. There's no button, there's no lever, switch. Ah, remember this beetle on the tree. It must be like their god or something. Oh, and it has another little peeky hole. Maybe these are the peeky holes. Let's see. A book, right? Oh, there's that thing we saw, a hand with a star on it, and a bunch of worshipers, the trees that they, and the wood chipper, right? That we saw. Okay, that's relevance, but I don't know what it means. Let's see here. What about the next one? The man that looks like a priest. You know, he's got the white thing on. They worship him, obviously. He must be like God here. He's writing the book and creating things. See, he's creating the flowers, the animals, the bugs, the fish, the animal, stars and the moon. He created the people, created everything. Okay. Next one. What do we got here? They're worshiping him again. Look at, they put him up there with the star and the moon. All right, sorry if there's no sound, but we're having some serious issues with Riven. I don't know if we're going to be able to finish it. Oh, there's the grandfather throwing Atreus down in the pit, the Fisher's pit. Remember? In the very beginning of Mist, when I fell through the Fisher's pit, I lost control of my Mist linking book. Looks like he had something to do with it. He made him fall. So the father, the grandfather, the father's Atreus, the guy we met, and then the two sons were Atreus and Scumbob there. What's his name? Cirrus. All right. So it's a family thing. And here we go. More worshiping, you know, I'm God type of thing, you know, because don't know what the relevance. He's pulling on a lever. Teaching people, I think. One's got a knife. Looks like maybe they got angry. Was there an uprising? And now he's got paper. He's got to collect the falling papers. Don't know what that's supposed to be. Maybe the falling book. I don't know. Let's see. And that was the first one we saw. So, all right, so we've seen them all. Right, we'll just check one more to make sure we're in the cycle here. And let's see, one click, and yeah, that's all right. So we did see them all. Okay, so this, you know, getting through this gate is the first puzzle we face. That's obvious. Pretty obvious. I mean, we've been everywhere else we could go, and the only way to progress now is through a door we can't get through. So, I think that about wraps up this episode. The next episode, I think what we're going to do is play with trying to get this. Get through that gate. We'll play with this button. We'll just give you a little precursor here. What happens? The entire room spins. And this is one of those columns that you can get in, right? And right, it should be another peeky hole here. There we go. Might even be the same peeky hole we were looking through. Now that it's spun, it's over here now. Possibly, you know. Now they'll look at the doors in a new position, right? But there's still no opening. The door is locked. Maybe we can unlock the door from the other side and then spin the room. I was going to make this the end of the episode, but I know I have to try this really quick. Maybe we can get here, unlock the door from this side, and then spin the room to where the door meets that walkway and get through the walkway, right? Let's see. All right, no, we can't get through. I think we're onto something, though. This isn't the door yet. Let's spin it again. All right, I was gonna, you know, try to keep this at 30 minutes long here, but let's accomplish something, right? Because this game has been kicking our ass so far. Let's spin it again. And I just hope you guys are hearing the sounds because I'm not. Bummer. Oh, another peeky hole. Okay, another column. Let's take a quick look here. Where's the door? Door's back over there. Looks like that's the walkway. Let's go look anyhow. I don't think we're going to be able to unlock the door over there. I don't think it's in the right position, but let's check every time because there may be a surprise. right into the room. Look at that. How did that happen? Where did this third opening come from? It must have been originally behind one of these columns, so we couldn't see it. Oh, wow. That is freaking cool. So we're in here. Can we get through? No, we still can't open that gate. That's not going to change. Well, all right, so we're on to something. We're going to call it quits, and next episode you can count on us getting through this thing, I'm pretty sure. Thanks for watching. Please like, please subscribe. Have a great weekend. Checkitdude, signing out.